Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Saint Seiya Knights of the Zodiac Time Odyssey number 2. This is a new book from Ablaze Comics. It's semi-new. This came out actually a couple of weeks ago from when you're watching this video. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book with a story by Masami Kurumada, Jerome Alquié, and Arnaud Dollen, of course, based on Masami's work on the original manga, with art by Jerome Alquié, letters by Saida Timofonte. So, in this issue, Kronos' plan to change events in the past, present, and future to become the next god to stand upon Olympus are revealed. His actions will pit Ikki, the Phoenix Knight, against deadly new enemies and drag him back into the life he thought he had left behind. So, I appreciate that we're getting a lot more context of like when this is supposed to be, the time frame of this. I think it's really interesting to see kind of like the events that were happening before and after. I like the awareness that this event feels like something really big that happened. I think Kronos is a really interesting character to bring on as a deity that wants to become part of Olympus and part of that, part of the rest of the sanctuary gods. So I think that's very cool for sure. And we get to see a lot of that in this issue. Like I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of this manga, anime, and just seeing it in a whole different medium, like a comic book. It's very cool. I think it's very well adapted. I think they really capture the voices of these characters. I don't know what the writer and artist, I don't know their relationship with the original material, but I think they're definitely two individuals that for sure know a lot about the lore here and know what it's supposed to kind of feel like. So really appreciate that. We get to see a lot of the intentions. We get to expand on these hours. I always loved one thing is that in this manga anime, obviously things have a lot to do with specific items like constellations or the 12 houses of the Zodiac, like for the gold knights and stuff like that. Kronos, his own knights are based on the hours, so each one of them is an hour on the clock, if you will. So that's a very cool concept. Let's take a look at some of the preview art here, and like I said, this looks beautiful. This looks straight out. I don't know if this, I mean, I would not be surprised if this artist just really referenced a lot of the anime, because the color palette as well really reflects what I remember from that time. But then it's really cool. We finally get to see Kronos. I love the way that he's kind of just like this entity, almost as a hollow, not real personality, right? It's just more like a being that is there. If you're familiar with Marvel Comics, it reminds me a lot of the concept of eternity. So I also think his plan to become part of that pantheon of gods in Olympus makes a lot of sense. It's a great motivation. And I just love that, of course, as the god of time, he would be very aware of events that are happening in the past, present, and future, including anything that could stop his plan from coming to fruition, which in this case is Ikki, the Phoenix Knight, becoming the embodiment of Hades in the future as his reincarnation. Very cool concept. I love the designs for Ikki's outfit as Hades. I would not be mad at that. I mean, I know that's probably not what's going to end up happening because Ikki is such a badass character. Like, he is the bad boy of the 5 Bronze Knights that we kind of follow along. So it's very, very cool. Another thing that I really appreciate on these issues is the back matter. There's some really cool stuff, like design stuff, like really behind the scenes type of it really explains a lot more of the collaboration between the creators and their kind of take. You get to see a little bit of the hours and the stigma that we met on the first issue, how they kind of work. Like, they explain how they are, like, different parts of the clock that kind of reveal at different angles. It's all very, like, it is just a fun way to approach this. We get to see some original designs from the armors from back in the day. And then just all the little Easter eggs as to, like, the statue of Athena, where that comes from, right? the redesign of the armors for the Bronze Knights and how they're adapting this. And even some of the putting together the covers and stuff like that. There's a lot more pages. I only shared a few things that I wanted you guys to show, but this is exciting stuff. It's excellent stuff. I really, really love it. There's some really cool variant covers, which I picked up a couple of them actually. I don't have any pictures of those, but if you see those at your shop, make sure to pick them up. I want them to do more stuff like this. This is just going to be a 5-issue miniseries, so I'm very excited to kind of follow through on that. We'll probably have videos for all that stuff in the channel, so stay tuned in the future. And if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.